It's election night and the results are in a couple of contests that were a little closer than the polls have predicted. Two Democrats have won the governor's office in Virginia and in New Jersey, and Mayor Bill de Blasio gets another term as the mayor of New York City. Phil Murphy, the Democrat in New Jersey, beats out Kim Guadagno in a race that was called pretty early, and he's now got a Democrat legislature in both houses in which to enact his agenda, which he's already talked about, raising taxes. Diana Blass is in Asbury at the Phil Murphy headquarters. Diana, what do you got for us?
Hey, Bill, I'm coming to you from the Asbury Park Convention Hall, soon to be the party of New Jersey's next governor. That's right, Democrat Phil Murphy beats out Republican Kim Guadagno. Now, it matches pretty much what we've been hearing from polls lately, that New Jerseyans do not want another round of Republican politics. Earlier in the day, Governor Christie was asked whether a potential loss by the Republican Kim Guadagno would be a referendum to his governorship. Listen to what he said.
No, it's just not. I mean, you know, I've said this over and over again. The history of this state shows you that people vote for the candidates on the ballot, not about anybody else.
Now, in recent weeks, the polls have tightened here, but Murphy always held pretty much a double-digit lead over Guadagno. He's been boosted in recent weeks by big-name Democrats from Bon Jovi to former presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton. Guadagno, though, seemed optimistic when I caught up with her in Monmouth County when she voted. She capped off a 6-day bus tour, but it appears it wasn't enough. Now, also, we're hearing about wins in New York City. Mayor Bill de Blasio has another win on his hands. He beat out Republican Nicole Malliotakis and Independent Bo Dietl, to name a few candidates there. And in Virginia, another Democrat win. Oh, and you hear, it sounds like this party's getting started here. In Virginia, another Democrat win. Ralph Northam has won the Virginia's governor's race, defeating Republican Ed Gillespie. So that's all I got from here, Bill. I'm Diana Blass, reporting for Chasing News.
All right, thanks, Diana. Appreciate that report. All right, let's bring in our A-plus panel. I'm joined by Republican strategist Jeanette Hoffman and Democratic strategist Bill Caruso. Let me start with you, Jeanette. I think that a lot of folks are going to say referendum on Donald Trump, but I would say that not so fast. In New Jersey, you've got a governor, an incumbent Republican, at 14% in the latest poll in his approval rating. And in Virginia, this is not a state that Donald Trump won, and I think it was a lot closer than people had predicted. But what do you say about the Republican Party in New Jersey? It looks like the fix was in. Kim was never going to overcome the albatross of Chris Christie.
It was very tough for her. She started out this race as an underdog, you know, outspent 3-1, and the Murphy campaign absolutely just blasted her at every opportunity and tried to tie her into Chris Christie in every mail piece and every TV and radio spot. And listen, she was his lieutenant governor for 8 years, so she did have that to overcome, even though I think she did a good job of distancing herself from him and taking different positions.
Bill, as a Democrat, did Chris Christie single-handedly kill the Republican Party in New Jersey?
Yeah, you can look at what's gone on over the course of the
Did
last...
you see him today yelling at that voter?
It's easier to sit here and complain. It's easier to sit... Yeah, oh really? I'm sure. Easier to sit here and complain. But you know what? That's the joy of public service. It's serving folks. It's serving folks. Yeah, it's serving folks like you that is really such a unique joy.
Yeah, but listen, that was the stick that got him here, remember. But I think what happened over the course of the last years is it morphed, and there was no party building that went on. The party building that went on around here was around Chris Christie, right? It was about his national run. There wasn't any bootstrapping that went on beyond that, and I think you see that today.
Well, it's a good point. Not only no party building, but if you look at what the state committee did during the gas tax vote, here's an increase in taxes, and the state committee was spending money instead of helping local races.
Yeah, I think that was unfortunate. I think they were off
Where's
message.
the Republican
but I
Party?
think, you know what? I think, Bill, you're going to look tomorrow. A lot of county courthouses, freeholder boards, mayor's races. Republicans are alive and well in New Jersey, and I think. So
is this a referendum on Chris Christie that Kim could not break that albatross, could not get out from under the weight of Christie because 14% and that's it?
Give her credit. She closed in a really insurmountable gap. But we ran against Chris Christie in this race. We didn't run against Donald Trump. We didn't run against Kim Guadagno. We ran against Chris Christie. And I give Murphy credit because Phil Murphy actually ran a very positive, very progressive campaign in this state which I think
Might
might be
say a
wouldn't say
bit
it
to the
was
left,
positive.
a bit to the left of most mainstream Democrats in the state.
It's more of a progressive campaign than I think we were used to here, even in New Jersey. But I think it was a positive message. I think a lot of people reacted to it.
Is it a referendum on Trump?
No, I don't think so. Money played a huge part in this race. I mean, it was a low turnout year. Phil Murphy spent millions of dollars before the race even started to get the party's nomination.
True, but
So
he stuck to public financing
Do you think,
in the
though,
general.
Speaking of Donald Trump, if she had been with Trump in the beginning, maybe he would have come in and campaigned. Would it have helped?
I don't know. She had a resource problem, so that would have helped her. I'm not sure him being here would have helped her, though.
I mean, look at Congressman Tom MacArthur has raised tons of money with his friendship with Donald Trump and supporting that agenda, and it really hasn't hurt him.
He also has his own money, too, though.
And
that
he's
spent.
also he's in a Republican district, let's face
Yeah.
it. But I don't think
Where do middle class and working class New Jerseyans go from here? You've got Democrats in charge of the Senate, you've got Democrats in charge of the legislature, and you got a Democrat who is now the new governor coming in, said, I'm going to raise taxes.
it's a little scary.
You're going to have moderate Democrats working in the legislature. You're going to have moderate Republicans working. I think you're going to see a bipartisan work going on in the
I think
legislature.
you're going to see a
Any
lot of tax
surprise?
increases.
I think you're right. Any surprise with de Blasio winning big?
No.
No, I don't think there was any surprise there. I think most people knew that
Dino
was
just
happening.
couldn't pull it out.
Couldn't pull it out.
But
No.
you know what? Give Nicole Malliotakis credit. I like her. I think she's got a bright future in the Republican Party in New York City.
Okay, see what happens.